So first question that I've kind of asked everybody is if you had to self-describe your leadership style, what would it be, and kind of what are some moments in your life that have kind of cultivated those characteristics throughout your athletic career, maybe specifically?
I would say my leadership style just really fosters like going first, being that example, and like I just strongly believe like you are only as strong as your weakest player, and like that to me just truly means like if someone's struggling, like as a leader, it doesn't mean you always have to be ahead or in front of everyone. Like to me that means like go help the person who's struggling and like help them achieve greater things. I guess I am that way because I've seen that through other leaders, where if I was struggling, like I really have a great mentor. I was in volleyball before track, so I would say like that's where that fostered is someone just took time to help me out, and that just made a huge impact in the way that I want to treat other athletes. And yeah, I'd say that just carried out through all of my like leadership ways.
And talk to me about like some of the, you brought up a former volleyball coach. I mean, I know it goes beyond male and female coaches. I know Coach Bari has been a tremendous leader throughout your career.
Yeah.
Who are some of those figures that have kind of influenced you, not only in athletics, but also, I feel like athletics and even in your personal life, you lead the same way to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
Who have been those people that have kind of influenced you in becoming who you are as a leader?
Like I referred to in volleyball, one of the most influential volleyball coaches I've ever had is Coach K. She just truly took so much time into me and just believing in me. I think that's like the biggest thing as a leader, as a coach, is just like truly showing your athletes that you believe in their capabilities and like taking the time to foster that and build that. Same thing my first year doing high jump. I'm from Jamestown. Coach Beach, the same thing. He truly, like I didn't even want to do high jump. And he just truly believed in me and saw that in me and worked hard to like help me figure that out. And now same just goes with Coach Bari is, he's just shown me that I am more capable of what I can imagine, and that just has filtered into how I lead other people, is just taking that time to observe what other people might not see in themselves. And I think that's just super huge, and it just helped me so much in my confidence and just my work ethic and just supporting my other teammates because of what I went through when I didn't believe in myself, but someone else did, and just wanting to give that to someone else.
And I think you bring up an interesting point of like obviously you have that experience in a team sport like volleyball, but then you're currently competing in a very individualized sport in track and field, right? Maybe for your college career specifically, how have you kind of navigated working with, because everybody's going towards different goals in track, right? Like they're going through that high clearance, or even if it's a different event like high jumper to pole vault, high jumper to throw, or whatever it might be. There's just so many different things going on within a track and field program. How do you kind of lead through that, knowing that person A might have a different goal than yourself, or person A might have a different goal than another teammate also on the team? How do you kind of navigate that? Because that's a challenge, I think, in these individualized sports.
Yeah. I grew up with team sports. I just actually joined track like my junior year. So team has always been something that has just been really developed in me and so important to me. And so I'm not going to lie, when I got to college track, that's when I really realized like how individualistic it is and like how everyone kind of focuses on their goals, on themselves. And I just wanted to foster something different. I said, like, I really created a lot of my values off of team sports, and I just thought to myself, how can I implement this, like what I've learned as growing up in just team developments and community and encouraging each other, how can I develop this into track? And my way is really just acknowledging too that yes, we all have our own goals, we all have our own events, our own times, like everything, but at the end of the day, we are at practice together every day. And so how can we make that just enjoyable to just be around each other? And no matter what anyone can say, we all have our own goals, but at the end of the day, it affects your performance, how supported you feel, right? So like, just if I'm a high jumper, but I'm cheering on a thrower, like they just feel like that much more confident, right? If your team is backing you up, even if it's individualistic, like if you have people backing you up, it makes you more confident and to go out there and just do your thing. So yeah, it's definitely different. Different as in we're not in a way working together to accomplish that one goal, but we are still pushing each other to accomplish our individual goals. And like same with sprints, it's like we make each other better in practice. So that's, yeah, I guess how I've tied in with that.
And, I'm interested because you brought it up, didn't start doing track until your junior year, and now you're competing collegiately.
Yeah.
Talk to me about going through adversity, like how you handle that, because I have to assume, the first time you entered a high jump, there was error after error. You're still fine-tuning your form, all this sort of stuff that goes into it. How did you handle that adversity to the point now where, you're coming in and feeling confident as a college athlete, competing in a sport that you've only, been doing for, what is it, 5 years now at this point?
6 now, yeah.
6 years? I mean, that's not a long time. I mean,
Right.
I'm sure there's a lot of adversity in between that time. How did you kind of go about handling that?
Yeah, I guess I would just say when I started track my junior year, like I said, my coach believed in me that I could do high jump and I wanted nothing to do with it. So right away it was kind of just like rejection, denial, like no, because of that disbelief I had in myself. And then just one day I was like, okay, fine, I'll try it. And I was like, oh, I see, like I can do this, and like I said, just like that step of my coach like seeing something in me and saying something boosted a little of confidence in me and then pushed me to go do it, and which in turn brought the confidence in myself. And then I just, I guess, worked hard, continued to like keep doing it, keep showing up. Yeah, it was definitely like high jump is a really difficult thing to learn at like an older-ish age, you could say. But yeah, it just took a lot of repetition. I'm a very visual learner, so it took a lot of videos. It took just a lot of time to visualize it, so to see that I could do it. And then when I did do it, it just takes continuing to do it and show up. There's definitely times where struggle and mentally, especially, where it's just you might not believe in yourself, especially when you haven't had so much time doing it. But yeah, like I said, it's really just showing up and proving to yourself that you can get results.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe my last question, like I said, I kind of wrapped it up to everybody with the same question. Imagine you're talking to a younger version of Hunter, or a young female athlete that wants to high jump collegiately, or wants to compete in any sport collegiately. Mm-hmm. What piece of advice would you lend to that young athlete to inspire them to push forward and kind of keep pushing through that adversity or whatever's going on in their life or in athletics?
I guess what I would have to say, like, I like to frame this question of like, I'm just picturing my younger self. I just would love to say, like, you are way more capable than you think. And whether that is in terms of strength, of ability, of that you have a voice, and you do. And it does not matter how young you are. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing the sport. If you put in the effort and you have the passion and drive to do it, you will do great things. And and also with, it also doesn't matter your times, your success, like being a part of a team, and especially in collegiate level, is just an incredible experience. And you just make so many close friends, and it just develops something in you that I can just never even explain. But yeah, just go for it. Believe in yourself, and believe in others. Push others to just call them higher as someone might have done for you, and or just use your experience to help someone else get there too.